morning, folks. Welcome to this week's Alabama Bass Trail TV. We are at the Alabama Bass Trail Open, presented by Phoenix Boats and TH Marine. But what do you expect to see today? Early September. I'm hearing the bite's tough.
Yeah.
It's still hot.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it normally takes at least one good cold front to really turn these fish on.
Sure.
So these fish, it's late summer pattern. These fish are kind of spread out. They're in different areas. So there should be kind of a top water bite going on in the morning, some schooling fish.
Sure.
Those schooling fish can be here one day and gone the next.
Sure.
So it's a tricky game.
Okay, looking at the map, it's a big body of water. You're going to go one way, we're going to go the other. We'll see what we can't find today. Let's go back to Robbie and Kay and get this thing kicked off.
Thanks. And Kay, we've been here at Lewis Smith Lake before, but in a different capacity. We've been here for a championship, a two-day event. We've been here for tour stops, single-day events, but it's a little different.
You know, what was really interesting last night at the meeting is we had over half of the room was here for the first time fishing an Alabama Bass Trail event. And the greatest thing is that $15,000 first prize and over $70,000 will be awarded today.
A lot of new talent, but it's also different because they don't have to fish the other tour stops. They can just sign up, enter, and win that big check.
You know, and that's exciting. We had teams from Pensacola, we had teams from Tennessee that came all the way to Lewis Smith Lake for a chance to not only win $15,000, but they wanted to get their feet wet in the Alabama Bass Trail. They've heard a lot about it, they've seen it on TV, and they want to get their feet wet. So it's really exciting to see this many new faces.
And a lot of these guys have heard of Smith Lake. The question is, do they go for spotted mouth? Do they go for the largemouth bass? Let's take a look.
Here's the first thing you pulled up on this morning in typical Smith Lake pattern, off a big, long, rocky point, top water, looking for a school of fish. And I think a deal like today, as hot as it's fixing to be and where the weather's been, you're gonna have to catch them early, and then the rest of the day is gonna be a grind for you. So we'll hang out with these guys and see what they can do first thing this morning.
Yeah, practice has been tough for us.
Well, I've heard across the board.
Yeah.
We've come back into Rock Creek. It's the first boat that we decided to stop on. They're fishing a long point. The creek actually runs way around this point and back around the other side, so good drop off on both sides. There's brush and cover along the point. So far in the short period of time we've been here, I've seen them trying different baits, anywhere from dragging something on the bottom to working a fluke style bait towards the top. This thing about Smith Lake this time of year, these fish can be caught in a lot of different ways.
Guys, how's your morning going so far?
It's going all right, I guess. The sun got up on us real fast. We pulled up to our first point, and we caught a pretty good one on the jig. And after that, it's been slow. I actually haven't had but one bite. We had one blow up on the top water. That sun's starting to creep up real fast, so we're just going to cover as much water as we can right now with some buzz bait, see if we can maybe get a head or some spots. They're also getting up shallow.
Gotcha.
Been pretty tough out here. The fish have honestly been biting most of it, pretty good all summer, but you can really tell where a lot of people are catching them, and then you'll see them fall off in the weekly tournaments, weekly Tuesday nighters, stuff like that.
Sure.
Get him.
We need to get a little bit bigger than that.
Fish number one, ladies. Fish number one.
Missed it.
You talked it up.
Hey, yes, I got it.
You didn't miss it the first time. You come back.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, official truck of the Alabama Bass Trail, and by TH Marine, improving your boat from transom to trolling motor. There's more to come.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martins, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
So our mission statement here at Bill Penny Motor Company is to enrich the lives of our employees and our customers and the communities we serve. And it really begins and ends with people. It started with that kind of philosophy with my granddad and went through my dad. Growing up around the business, I remember being just a kid washing cars and meeting these customers. Now I'm a grown adult and they get to buy vehicles from us and hopefully serve their next of kin for generations to come. For the whole story, visit us at BillPennyToyota.com, where people always come first.
What could 148,000 people possibly have in common? As different as each of the members of America's First are, they all like it when good things happen to them. Like when their savings earn a higher return than they can get with a bank, and when their loans and credit cards have lower rates. And they like taking care of business from wherever they are. Why not join us today? America's First Federal Credit Union.
You sons of fishes. Ain't enough fish on this lake for 2 clubs.
Really? Well, we see plenty of fish live with Panoptics.
Yep. Dang, we should get Panoptics. Maybe we'll just take yours.
What's going on here? You boys have license?
Yes, sir.
Nope.
There he is.
Oh, I got it.
You witnessed the action, the thrill, and the competition of the Alabama Bass Trail. Isn't it time you got involved? Coming in 2019, over $47,000 paid out for each event. No entry fee championship. 85 grand up for grabs, including a new Phoenix. More than $500,000 in cash and prizes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and sign up now at alabamabasstrail.org. The Alabama Bass Trail Tournament Series, presented by Phoenix Boats.
Schooling everywhere. That was a spot right there, I could see. That's the problem when they're schooling out in the middle of the creek like that. It's kind of hard to target them. They're in small groups and they're scattered. Finally got hooked up. Looks like it may be a good one here. Wrong species.
Anything in the box yet?
No.
Any bites?
One bite.
One bite.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a change. Understood. Try somewhere else.
Well, guys, there it is. Story of the day so far. It's been a really tough bite. Things have been slow. Sun's coming up. Still got a few clouds and a little bit overcast. That may kind of help the morning bite a little bit, but so far, nothing's really seemed to work. So let's throw it back over to Kenneth and see what he's found this morning.
This is crazy. I'm seeing bass schooled everywhere around here, and it's not anywhere near where that boat is. It's killing me not to dig in that rod locker and pick up a rod. And really, what might happen is as the day gets on, the sun gets up, these fish are kind of out in the middle of the creek that are schooling. We'll probably find cover along this point where these guys are fishing.
Tell me something good.
Got 3 overs.
Do you really? Come on now. Don't be jerking my chain.
No, not at all.
Did you catch him? Yeah. All 3? Is he lying?
I had one good and I only got out. Yep. It's going okay?
Well, I'm gonna name you the official leader right now, the unofficial leader right now.
Call it that. Don't jinx us. No, right. It's too early in the day.
I ain't seen one being caught yet. I have been catching them. Salt water.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, that's gonna be the game plan for today. We ain't gonna come off of it. We get 5 bites off of it. They might be okay.
Oh my God, it's a giant.
This portion of the program is sponsored in part by Sweet Home Alabama, by Garmin, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats. We'll be right back.
A bad day on the road still beats a good one off it. Progressive helps keep you out there.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martins, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
Number 5, baby.
How's the fishing?
right, we kind of slow for us so far. We got a couple over.
Yeah?
Ain't much good.
I was hoping the fish cooperate. They don't seem to be doing too well. We fished this area last week. Caught some fish off of it.
How's y'all's morning been so far?
Yeah, we got one over and one under.
Okay.
I just lost a 4-pounder between them two dogs.
Really?
Yeah. It just flew loose. It didn't break me off, it just flew loose.
Huh.
They're starting to bite a little bit better. They hadn't bit all morning. We're not giving you much footage, are we? They're not catchable every once in a while, ladies. Y'all doing all right?
We're good. How about y'all?
Yeah. We're doing better. We catch some fish.
What you got right now?
3.
Okay.
I got 2 damn good ones, but y'all can waste your whole day sitting here and might see us catch one good one.
Nice.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Whoa! Drop it!
Well, here we are, Kenneth. The ABT Open of Smith Lake, kind of a midday report, and we kind of split ways this morning. Well, what did you see that may have been a little different than what we saw?
Well, first thing this morning, I saw guys really trying to get in on a topwater bite. First place we stopped at, guys weren't actually fishing topwater, but fish were schooling all around my boat, away from the point that they were actually fishing.
Okay.
So the next several guys we stopped on were actually on buzz baits up against the bank, several of which are just really running really fast, not slowing down at all, just trying to cover water.
Okay. We kind of saw the same thing. We saw some guys throwing the buzz bait, chasing shade, is what their deal was, waiting on the sun to get high, and they were going to get out deep and get off some main points and do some things there. And ran across one team that had 3 really solid fish, and in his words, 2 damn good fish. So
that'll go a long way on a day like today.
It will.
Yeah.
And he was throwing top water and said he's going to stick with it all day. So I think 5 unders would probably go a long way on this one.
Yeah.
So it's getting hotter. The pleasure boaters are getting out. It's going to get rough out here pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
So let's head on the way in and see how these guys do.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, Sweet Home, Alabama, and by America's First Federal Credit Union. Stay with us, there's more to come.
Taming the beast isn't easy, but the bigger your electronics, the more you have on the line. In conditions like this, you need the KVD Kong Extreme Electronics Mount. The only electronics mount designed and built to be rock solid. No movement, no matter how heavy your gear. A marine-grade mount for fresh or salt water that's monstrously strong. The KVD Kong Extreme Electronics Mount.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martins, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
It's time to take a road trip. Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some of the best are outdoors, like a trip to Lake Gunnersville, first stop on the Alabama Bass Trail. Catch anything? Nice. Or head to the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. 468 holes of golf heaven. What's the time say?
Best public golf on the planet.
Alabama's got 100 road trips. Plan yours at alabama.travel.
Which one you gonna take?
Omar, look. Omar, check this out. Hi, yeah, I was calling to see if you do laser hair removal for men. Notice that my hips are off the ground? And then I'm gonna pike my hips back into downward dog. Hey, the rain stopped.
A bad day on the road still beats a good one off it.
Tell me about that dental procedure again. I can still taste it in my mouth.
Progressive helps keep you out there.
You got a single fish, and you may have broken Alabama Bass Trail record. One fish for 0.63 pounds. And what'd you say?
I said, hey,
I'm high five, because you know what? I won't shake your hand, because, hey, it takes a special man to come up here with less than a pound, but you almost did a half a pound bass, and I didn't know that was possible. David Hepdenstall, Justin Pruitt. Uh-oh. Do we have a challenger for it? Hang on, first, we've got 5 bass. Come on over here, David, Justin. They were boat number 19 today. What do I have? 963 for your 5 bass. Might get your paycheck. You never know. What y'all catch them on today?
Jigs and shaky heads.
Jigs and so you went for power and finesse, but you might have one that can beat the Diet Mountain Dew small bass.
We could. We have a, I think it could come in at 0.3.
Is this right? No, let's find out. Hey, you go ahead and bring me that Diet Mountain Dew back. I need another one. We've got 1 bass in here. Did you zero it?
Well, it won't lock. There's not enough weight in there to make it.
Not enough weight to get the basket to lock. There we go. We got it locked down. So I thought 0.63 was going to be our ABT record. Ladies and gentlemen, we just smoked it. 0.26. All right, let's find out what Jesse has. Jesse Wiggins. He has a 419 big bass, and they're not going to take that Mountain Dew big bass, but his 5 fish total moves him in the overall lead for the tournament at 14.59, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a pretty good morning. I started on the spot, went to the spot this morning. I caught 3 fairly quick, and my 2 biggest ones, and one of them was that over 4 pounder, and that got me pretty excited. But and then I ended up losing 2 more big ones too. I seen them. They was big ones. I should have had. Weighing in that, I should have had almost 18 pounds, but everybody's gonna say that. I hate doing that, but when you see them jump off, it's what gets on your nerves. You actually see them, but because it's a grind. It's a grind. But I think I caught 7 or 8, overs, over 15 inches. So it's not easy catching them by no means. But if somebody would have told me I could have had 14, before the day started, I probably would have took it. So I'm not gonna complain too much.
Our .26 is now turned to a .12. 0.12.
Early this morning, just went up river and found a couple spots and threw a couple shaky heads and caught a few fish.
All day. We caught fish basically pretty much all day.
Team Wiggins, Team Sams. Quit looking. What you looking at?
I gotta know.
Did you? It's gonna be close, huh?
I don't know. We got 13 something.
Brother was sweating it. You thought you had 13. Right now on the amateur side, 14.23 is our leader. Wesley Sams, Jordan Wiggins, 14.94. They take the lead here at Smith.
Well, it started off kind of slow. It took me till about 7 o'clock to get a bite. He caught a little one, and then I caught a little one, and the first keeper that we caught was the big one that we had, weighed a little over 5 pounds. And we fished and fished and fished, and he caught the one that probably weighed between 3 1/4 and 3 1/2. And we grinded it out all day long. We knew from practice it was going to be a grind, and we just stuck with it, kept our head down, and fished.
Craig Daniel, Jackie Flack. Seems like I remember that Daniel Flack combo winning here at Smith Lake once upon a time. 5 bass. We're looking to get in that 14.92 range to take the lead. 5 bass for 14.13, just a little shy.
It was a pretty good day. We struggled late. We caught a pretty good sack early and then struggled late and just couldn't call up a whole lot.
The Phoenix Boats Alabama Bass Trail Open presented by TH Marine is in the books. The inaugural event, and boy, it came down to the very end in a very close battle.
You know, I don't remember a time that it's taken this long, but you know, these guys that eventually won this tournament came in on the second to the last flight. So you know them because they fished with us forever, so you know that you have to wait on them before you start anything because they're always a team you look to. They're strong on this lake, but I think they're currently sitting in 6th in our tournament series, so they're strong just about everywhere we go.
Yeah, we still have that one north event. Let's bring in Wesley and Mr. Wiggins, you tell me that this was a trolling motor tournament, guys. You didn't really have to crank up the big motor, did you?
No, we didn't. We knew coming in from practice that it was going to be tough for people to catch spotted bass. So we made up our mind we were going to stay shallow all day long. And it was a grind. It took till 3:15 for us to catch what we had. We caught 6 overs today. And we got lucky and got 2 of the right bites that you have to have.
And that really made the difference when you have that slot limit, that 13 to 15 mark. There's a lot of guys that caught them in that mark. You catch the big ones, made the difference. And you think about it, for every pound, you make it $1,000 pretty much. Congratulations on being the first ever Open champion.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's it for the Open here at Smith Lake, but we have one more event on the Alabama Bass Trail still remaining in the north, and these guys are in the mix as well for Angler of the Year. It's Pickwick. I can't wait.
I can't either. Anytime you go to the Tennessee River, I mean, that's like home to us, and what a better way to wrap up this season. You know, that tournament was supposed to be early in the year. We threw them a curveball. It's going to be in September, but from what I hear, the fish are really biting.
Things have changed. That winter-spring pattern, it's not going to be there anymore. It's going to be summertime, heading to fall, and we'll see you at Pickwick next time on the Alabama Bass Trail.